Attacks. We're on thin ice, that's for sure. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Did you guys just witness that draw into the top deck of Ashiok's Erasure? Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today we're playing Dimir Tempo. This is a black and blue flash based deck that focuses also with flyers to do evasive style damage. We have bounce spells to remove creatures with reach and flying so our attacking lanes remain open. We also have a little bit of removal and a tiny bit of counter magic mixed in with, of course, our chip damage, life gain, and draw engine. So buckle up, get ready. We're playing Standard 2021 today, climbing rank with very little resistance. This is one of my favorite decks right now to be pushing into Mythic for the season. As always, we break down the deck list in its entirety, all of the cards. Then we're going to talk about the deck's strategies and synergies. You know, what do they all do? How do they work together? That's really important. Then we'll watch some gameplay footage where I break down all of the playlines and interactions so you can see how this deck works with the other decks, right? So you have to know how all of your cards work together, and then you have to know how your deck works alongside these other decks so you can mitigate their threats while trying to emphasize your advantages, right? Finally, we have some closing thoughts, you know, news on the channel, stuff about my life, you know, just generally a bunch of stuff I'm sure you don't care about. So let's get right into it. But before we do, if you find any value within the video, give me a thumbs up. It takes 1 second, turn that bad boy blue, and it will really help grow my channel. I cannot describe you how much that would help. And, you know, you can go ahead and leave a comment and share the channel to a friend if you want to go above and beyond. Let's get right into the Dimir Tempo deck list. We have 3 copies of Thieves Guild Enforcer. This is a 1/1 with flash, and whenever Thieves Guild Enforcer or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Thieves Guild Enforcer gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. Into our 2-drops, 4 copies of Cunning Nightbonder, a 2/2 with flash, and spells with flash that you cast cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. 2 copies of Blacklance Paragon, a 3/1 with flash. When it enters the battlefield, another target knight gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. I think he's the only knight in the deck, so you'll just be putting that on themselves. It's a great way to block some damage while gaining life and removing their creature. So that's actually really high utility within the Paragon for 2. 4 copies of Faerie Vandal. This is a 1/2 with flash and flying, and whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Faerie Vandal. Into our 3 drops, Brazen Borrower, a 3/1 with flash and flying, can only block creatures with flying. It has an instant speed adventure called Petty Theft for 2. Return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. 4 copies of Sea-Dasher Octopus. This is a 2/2 with flash, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It has Mutate for 2. 4 copies of Slitherwisp. This is a 3/2 with flash, and whenever you cast another spell that has flash, you draw a card, and each opponent loses 1 life. Woof, right? Batret Dark Destroyer. This is a 3/3 with flash and flying. Mutate for 6, which is quite expensive. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. 2 copies of Rewind. Counter target spell, untap up to 4 lands. And Ashiok's Erasure with flash and enchantment spell. When it enters the battlefield, exile target spell. Your opponents can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card. And when Ashiok's Erasure leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. Into our 5 drops, Pouncing Shoreshark, a 4/3 with flash. Whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand, and the mutate is there for 4. We have 2 copies of Voracious Greatshark, a 5/4 with flash, and whenever Voracious Greatshark enters the battlefield, counter target artifact or creature spell. These spells are accompanied by 4 Temple of Deceit. This enters tapped, scry 1, adds a blue or black mana source. 9 swamps and 10 islands. No sideboard today. We're playing best of 1. So that was the deck list. You know, I had mentioned that we gain life within the deck. We actually don't. For some reason, I was under the conception that Slitherwisp dealt 1 damage to our opponent and we gained 1 life. So that's on me. The more you know, right? So let's talk about the deck's strategies and synergies. And we'll pretend that I know what I'm talking about for a second. Slitherwisp is our main engine. You know, it may not gain us life, but it will still do chip damage to our opponent. And as a tempo deck, you don't actually necessarily care about your life too much. But what you do care about is getting your opponent from 20 to 0 as quickly as possible while generally controlling the match. Obviously, aggro decks do this a little bit better, but aggro decks have very little aspects of control, so they're very easy to shut down. For example, a Questing Beast shuts us down normally as, say, mono red, a Lovestruck Giant, a Beanstalk Giant, Rotting Regisaur. There are so many big bodies that typically shut down aggro decks. However, with a tempo deck, classically, you can either A, counter it, or B, bounce it from the field. And now this will still allow you to engage with your opponent's health points while not losing your attackers to their blockers. And this is the typical advantage or strength from tempo over aggro. Yes, aggro can win a little bit earlier, which is good. If your opponent doesn't have any answers, that's fine. However, the tempo just makes for a little bit more consistency, I find. So, you know, the fact that we're able to do this creature into the field with Flash, do them into the field, right? Play them into the field with Flash. And then, you know, the ability is helping us draw, which is amazing. And then our opponent is also taking chip damage, which is really, really good. So this is, you know, my favorite card to see in my opening hand, just for the fact that it's drawing us cards. Next up, you know, I love to see the Nightbonder decreasing the cost of almost everything. It doesn't decrease the Slitherwisp, so they kind of have low synergy there together. However, you know, spells you cast with Flash can't be countered, which is really cool, and they're also reduced in cost by 1, which is pretty sick. So imagine playing a Blacklance Paragon for 1, you gain 3 life, remove their creature. That's a good conversion, right? And we also mitigate the damage. Same goes with the Faerie Vandal. So if we can reduce the cost of our Flash spells, this is incredibly powerful. This will also reduce, and this is important, the cost of the mutate if the creature has Flash. So, you know, Batra's mutate ability costs 6, but the mutate is a Flash ability, which we can reduce with the Nightbonder. So we can get pretty cheap Greatsharks, pretty cheap Shoresharks, and cheap Batras into play via the Nightbonder, which is very, very neat, considering that they all have Flash, right? And all of the Flash triggers the Slitherwisp, so they'll replace themselves with a draw, and then we also do chip damage on the stack, and then, you know, we've got flying with our Batra, the Greatshark counters a spell, so, and then the removal with the Batra as well, and the bounce with the Shoreshark. So very heavy cost cards, but they can be reduced to make them very cheap, right? So, you know, generally, the Greatshark's not good value. You reduce its cost, it's very good value. The Pouncing Shoreshark normally is very good value. You reduce its cost, it's godlike value. And the Batra, you know, that's kind of similar to the Great Shoreshark, where normally it's pretty cool, but when you reduce its cost, it actually becomes quite good. Ashiok's Erasure also has Flash, which can be reduced down to 2. This is quite cool. You know, you can pick up so many things with Ashiok's Erasure. Typically, you would want to take Gemrazor if they're green, because if you take anything else, then their Gemrazor can just eat your Erasure. So you want to identify if they have enchantment removal and then take their enchantment removal, but there's lots of decks that don't. For example, the Cycle deck wants to focus out on the Flare and their Fox. You can take the Flare with the Erasure and basically shut down the entire deck because they can't remove your enchantment after. And now this goes with many styles of decks, right? So any deck that doesn't have enchantment removal, you can take their key card and basically just lock out the game from there. You know, I talked about the importance of draw engines through Slitherwisp. Sea-Dasher Octopus can also draw a card. Ideally, we're, you know, flashing this on our opponent's end step onto one of our flyers, right? Flashing a Faerie Vandal in and then flashing a Sea-Dasher Octopus in. Faerie Vandal can now attack because it's our turn. It, you know, draws a card through the Octopus, plus it gets a +1/+1 counter on it. It becomes a 3/3 off that first attack, which is pretty cool. Second attack 4/4, and you can see how that can kind of cascade and get out of hand for your opponent. We've got the Borrowers to bounce. We got the Shark to bounce. We can also play these, you know, as the creature. Rewind, counter spell, plus flash more stuff in after. So you can see just how dangerous this deck is. Like, it's very, very gross. It's basically all damage, all removal, and you know, it's unpleasant to play against. So I'm really looking forward to playing this deck more and fine-tuning it. It's totally rotation proof, so I'm really looking forward to upgrading it with a few new cards from Zendikar Rising, right? So I'm live on YouTube every morning, for those of you who don't know, at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard. At 7 to 7:30 we switch to Twitch, and then we are there for like probably 5 to 8 hours every single day. And then we're also back on YouTube at 6 p.m. every single day, Mountain Standard. If you don't want to do the time conversions, I understand. There's a Linktree link in the description below. Click that. It will take you to all of my desired platforms. You can follow me on everything, all the socials, and then you're going to be notified of when we do go live every day, right? So you can come hang out with us. Last month we gave away 120,000 gems. We still have 350k to give away, so do not miss out. Join the Discord at the very least. And yeah, you know, today we're playing with MTGA Assistant. Check that out as well. That's the Overwolf link, metagame analysis, deck videos, deck write-ups, deck stats, everything you could ever want, all in one place. So with this all out of the way, don't forget to watch to the end, and more importantly, slam that like button, boys. And we'll see you after the gameplay footage for our closing thoughts. Enjoy. We go first. The hand actually looks pretty cool. We can grab a flyer. A few more islands, I guess. That can go. Definitely not an island there. We need 2 blue to cast the Greatshark, so there's no need to keep it when we only have 1 island, right? Our first step is to find the second island. Flashing a Nightbonder in. They could have a shock, but that's the risk we have to take. Okay. This is Dimir. We still don't have the land for the octopus, which is a bummer. Let's take the attack. There's the block. Sure. That's our turn. We can put the Nightbonder in with the Paragon. Blood Strike piece is good. Not disputing that. Trying to go really wide. We need that land. No! We should probably just act on it, right? Oh, those are all humans. That's something we overlooked here. We can still mutate, which is fine. It did end up a little weird. We can chump block here. Keeping the Slitherwisp. Oh, wow, that's good. Getting kind of stuck on lands hasn't been pleasant, right? Those are both 2-for-1s. You can't lose the shark. Let's take a little bit of damage. We still don't get the land. This is unbelievable. We can bounce and draw underneath. We need to pull that blue source still. I guess just bounce the terror. Brutal. That's a big hit. Blocking the Shoreshark, no blocks. Wow. We get the correct draw, which is very, very nice. And we can flash both of these in. So let's End our turn. Clutch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think they'll have a 1-drop to play on top of the Terror. That's good. A little bit of chip damage. Drawing is quite acceptable here as well. So are the creatures for the chump blockers to keep us alive. It is still our opponent's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana available. Petty Theft, that's okay. 2 mana available. That was a main phase Petty Theft. Another? They're leaving our Shoreshark there. And they just hit for lethal, that makes sense. Oh! Alright, let's get after it. Opponent goes first. We do have the Nightbonder and Slitherwisp, which are huge helps if we can scry the 3rd land here. That'll be good. We need another island. That's our turn, playing the Nightbonder. No land. Wow. This is the story of our life. We could double flash. Do you think there's a preserver? Nope. Okay. Alright, we can block this. Gaining 3 life for the ordeal as well. There's a land. At least it's a land. Comes and taps, sucks, but sitting on 3 Slitherwisps. Can we please stack those? That would be amazing. Visionary, taking the turn off for the draw. Not something we bounce. Passing our turn. Wow. Crazy, 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 crazy. That's a big body, man. We could play the creature, we can't mutate onto it. Pass our turn, stop. No, it's whenever, yeah, stop before the attack phase. Take the scry. Another Elder Gargoyle. Stop it. We bounce the first. The draw here will help. Oh no, the Petty Theft isn't flash. My bad. That's just an instant spell. Yeah, the creature itself is cheap. The mutate is still expensive. Or is the mutate reduced to? It should be. Is that how that works? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would still need 1 more. That doesn't work. They have 3 engrave. We need them to have 8 engrave. The Nightbonder's a rogue. We rewind this, and then still play our Slitherwisp on top, or whatever. It's good. I mean, they have an Aether Gust? I know Aether Gust is 2, so. Untapping all 4 of our lands. Oh, man. Pass. Yeah. Such a bummer. Do we double block? We almost have to. They have another one in hand. Wow. Wow! Let's take it. They made a 3/3, which I found odd. Yeah, it does drop it. So we need to like instant speed mutate on their turn before the attack is the thing. Woof. Woof, 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 woof. Other Gargoth is a beast! We've passed our turn, just waiting on our opponent. Bleep bloop. Don't shit there. Okay, so that's still a really good card. Right, graveyard's looking like it's getting pretty full. To draw, they don't really need to draw. Cultivate. So that's all they'll be doing here. We just mutate onto a Slitherwisp, give it flying. 2 draws, 2 damage. Plus, we destroy the Gargaroth. Please and thank you. And we have another mutate, right? So that's great. Land. And then we can start attacking. So cool. We smash for 3. End the turn. We only have 3 islands. We need to be aware of this. Resolve. It doesn't have haste is the thing. So maybe we just do general flashes in. Let's put another Slitherwisp in. Get that enough to do Uro. Wow, okay. That's good. So maybe we still do take it. Casting our Wisp first. They could attack, sure. Then they don't have many defenders. Well, I guess the 2 6/6s are great. Okay, Slitherwisp in play. 2 damage. 2 cards. And flash this in for 1. Which means we can play this on top for 2. 3 damage, 3 draw. That's gross. We can just probably win from that. Three more damage, 3 more draw, plus a destroy. Underneath, we kill the creature with Reach, aka the Gargaroth. Our turn, we get at it again. Actually, we don't have to. No, we should still do it, right? I think. I mean, it makes sense. It's just chip damage to win the game, basically. Plus, we're removing their permanents, which is so fun. Good game. That is a little bit of tempo play with Dimir. The hand looks alright. If we can draw another island and another swamp. It kind of is a weird land hand, right? Or a deck, because we do need the double swamp And we also need the double island. On 3, which is like pretty quick. Could be a 3-drop. Nice. Creating the food, that's fine. We're pushing in our wisp, and then you know how it goes from there, right? Greatshark should be good drop in this matchup. This is a bummer. Do we bounce this? No, we just take it. Draw land. Oh, we needed to land there really bad. We could mutate or flash to bounce it. They won't get the draw because we bounced the Borrower, or the Questing Beast, sorry. I just fixated on the Borrower. A secondary Shark, that's going to be really nice. My favorite card right now, basically. Like a cheap Brazen Borrower. So good. Cheap as in it's an uncommon. The cost is expensive. There's a land, okay, okay, okay. And now we're just in that tempo game, but instead of countering spells, we're bouncing stuff. We could counter a creature spell as well, if that's what gets played. Like if Questing Beast drops again. I don't think so. And then we head right to Scoop Town. Heading for like a substantial amount of damage every turn while having them locked out. We also do 1 damage to our card. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. Being pretty greedy here, I think we're gonna mulligan this. I don't like the land. This looks better, and we toss... Whew, these are all such good cards. I'm gonna toss the Vandal. We draw a secondary swamp, we're laughing. Mono red. Ooh, maybe this is just cycle. There's the land! And it's a swamp. The life gain should really help us. As long as I don't push white for the fox, we're good to go. Nice, a 2-drop as well. Taking the Drain and Stinger. It's really good for them. I guess the 2 extra damage is good for them. They can't get the white land, it seems. So Zenith Flare's not an issue. There's one. Okay, Rescuer stops our attacks. Annoying. Okay, okay, okay. We still just take it. That's our turn. Playing defensively. We have another Wisp. It's good. That'll be our first Batch of Destruction card here. A lot of chip damage here. Kind of gross. Go for Bloods will annoy us. But I think they already cycled 2 of them. Graveyard count at 8. We need to be really careful of this Zenith Flare, right? We need a cycle or a counter. Alright, let's gain some of that life back. The Octopus is nice. That Borrower is also really, really nice. Pass our turn. Set our stop for their attack phase, I guess. This is on our end step still. We're down to 10. They have... Oh no, we're at 11. We can gain a few life. But they're ready to flare and attack. This is gross. This is gross. They need a second white land. Or no, do they? I think they only need 1. Passing through the attacks. We're on thin ice, that's for sure. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Did you guys just witness that draw into the top deck Ashiok's Erasure? We also gain more life, draw more cards, do more chip damage. This is psycho. Yeah. Woof. Oh my lord. Stop it. That was nice. We could have also gained life to survive it. But it's just better to take it, right? We could chump block the Paragon, right? I guess, you know, this is a flash deck. We should be doing this on their turn. Unless we want the draw, but we'll probably play defensively, so passing our turn here again. It's just the Fox we need to deal with, and then the Drain and Stinger. Quite a bit of jazz, right? Woof. We're on thin ice. The lifelink will save us. So will the chip damage. Double draw, 2 life, 2 damage, and we remove a creature. Specifically the one that's attacking us. Our turn. We will kill another creature. 2 damage, 2 draw. Underneath. Kill the Stinger. Right, this is just like... We've gone too far! We will pass our turn here. Toss a land. Seems weird, but whatever. It's just, look at this hand, right? This is Gonzo. We'll bounce the Fox, kill a Rescuer. They have lots of attacks. Don't get me wrong there. Another Stinger. Okay, so we're ready to attack. Let's just flash Dirge Bat on a Dirge Bat. So much chip damage. We're top, doesn't matter. Let's kill you. Let's kill you. Pass to attacks. Let's see what they do. We have 2 more cards to destroy here, if you can believe that. And then 3 Shoresharks in hand with a Greatshark. It's unbelievable. Soon we'll kill him just in chip damage. Underneath, we have lethal through attackers, I believe. Killing 2 of their creatures again. Just stop it. The chip damage will kill him here. We kill 2 of the creatures plus we bounce 1. We have a full mitt. Look at this, right? Unlimited power. The land looks actually really nice. We've seen the Ashiok's Erasure do just work against that cycling deck for us. The Faerie Vandals are pretty cool. We're gonna throw the flyer in the air first, I think. Ooh. Ouch. It's unpleasant. Or to draw some of those cards back. I'm sure they'll just nuke this, but gotta do our best. Only we had a counterspell for 1. Miscast? That could be a good play here, right? That would fit nicely into what just happened. Because they're gonna target it. And if we had a little miscast right there, right? Whatever, bro. Ooh, that's really good. We lose our Erasure. There's no way they don't take the Erasure. Are you kidding me? Unless they've got enchantment destruction, which they must. No, they don't. Well, this isn't looking good. Go. Ah, do you like my hand? Does it look good? More removal? Sure. This looks fun. Oh yeah, land me up. Where's this counterspell that we need? Okay. Nice. Hopefully they hand hate us again. We could flash in. Stop it. The top deck wars of 2020. Do you remember them? I was there, son. Let me tell you all about it. Yeah, right, Luris. I find you. Oh yeah, give it to me. We're keeping them in hand to juke them out. Makes them think that they're not land cards. That's a juke, right? Juke left. They take something from our grave, lose life for it. Now we can play the land because they've seen it. We have a Slitherwisp to flash in, and then we're gonna pull more flash creatures to start that draw engine, right? That's what's happening. Ah! This guy's too important not to take. Well, Nightbonder's not bad. Not good enough. It's not good enough. We have plenty of land. We don't need to reduce it. There's no counter spells. Whatever. Like, let's get a Greatshark. Ooh, or Dirge. I like that. I like that a lot. Hopefully there's no removal. There is, of course there is. Another murder. Look at all of this removal. Isn't that crazy? Holding land in hand again here. Yeah, there's tolerance buildup. Are you serious? Even though they've played 2 murders, I'm picturing just 4 more of them in their hands. Okay, now we're talking. Screw it. Don't have enough land. But when we mutate... No, it would be the opposite. If we mutated first, it would resolve. They'd both die. Scry is important. Land can go. That's important as well. That's our turn. Crazy. You know what I mean? They have Castle Lockthwains as well. Wow. I can only imagine that they're keeping land in hand as well. They know we're juking them with land. We've done it so many times. They have to run out of them eventually. Right? There's no way they can always have removal. Oh, rewind. This is nice. Okay. Oh, no you don't. At least they're using another removal spell. We don't really need to untap our land, but we will. Okay. Okay, we did some damage. We did some damage. They're down to 32. We're at 31. Stop it! This is too much. You have a single non-removal spell in your deck, bro? Holy! What the heck? I guess we just fall into it again. Yeah, we have the Luris, so they can't be replaying that at least. Okay. Batcher's good, Batcher's good. We push it out underneath their spell. We have no cards to discard. They're down to 2. Okay, that's fine. We pulled land again. Classic. Reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature non-land card from it. Discard it. We have a swamp in hand. That's fine. They have tried to discard so many land cards from us. They're taking 2 damage. This is a good sign. They've top decked removal. Are you serious? How could they not? This will be a strong enforcer at least. Passing our turn. We lose our graveyard. How much removal could one person have? What if we go through their entire deck? They must have like some big payoff spell, right? We take 2 land from them. Oops. Our scry is important. We have to take it. We should be playing it on our end step. Draw engine's very important. 3 damage. Down to 2. They have more removal. Wow. So do we keep Slitherwisp in hand and try to like play a couple flash creatures on top of it, right? Like we'll play it, they'll try to remove it, and then we'll flash 2 more creatures on top of it. Unless they try to get it in our hand, we'll hold it, right? And try to combo this out. Or they have removal. Let's play it, actually. That's a smart play, but I think that they need to top deck removal. They can't use Castle Lockpoint, and they used their extinction event. I think they're at like last ditch effort. Yeah, they'd kill themselves here. Good game. I mean, shout out to this guy for playing that deck in ranked, for starters. Alright, Dimir Tempo. Pretty cool deck. Closing thoughts. The deck's fine. You know, I think I'd leave it right where it's at. I really like this deck. You know, typically we try to run more counters, but I think there's a lot of power in just running so much flash. You've seen that match where we had all of that removal. We were able to persevere because we don't have a blend of creatures and counters. It's almost all creatures, so we don't get stuck with these dead counters in hand. We just keep applying pressure, and we have a lot of value within the deck. You know, multiple draw engines, chip damage, you know, things of the such. We're reducing the cost of our spells. We're making it so things can't be countered. You know, a little bit of life gain through the Paragon, I guess. But nonetheless, a very powerful deck. Obviously, if you're not playing in Standard 2021, you can upgrade it further. The lands get a little bit messy because we have the dual island and the dual swamp kind of blended throughout the deck. But nonetheless, we can still make it work sometimes, which is really cool. Today is Sunday for me. The internet's supposed to be here on Tuesday, so I'm really excited to hook that up. Check it out. We're still working on our, you know, Magic the Gathering Arena epoxy computer desk. The first one, we have 2 to do. Gonna get some work done on that today. Join the VIP chat in Discord if you want updates, pictures, etc. You know, we pre-ordered our collector edition Zendikar box, so there goes my entire paycheck for the whole month. Uh-oh. Right? Like the video. I need those dollars, man. So we're going to be doing a box opening, right? I need to buy another playmat as well so it looks classy, not just on my gross desk. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned for that. New internet, box opening, Zendikar pre-release. I have my card preview or reveal, which I think will come out before this does. So go back and watch that. You know, I put a lot of work into it. A couple of other artists along with me as well. So let me know what you thought of that. It's always fun to, you know, be making Magic content that's not necessarily just gameplay footage for you guys. So that's a lot of fun. Almost as much fun as this deck, and not nearly as much fun as liking this video with that thumbs up, right? Share it to a friend as well. And, you know, obviously if you've not subscribed already, I don't know what to say to you. Big appreciation to all of you guys spending your time and attention here with me consecutively. You know, we had someone go through and like videos from the last month. Woof. Anybody willing to do that is good in my books. And, you know, we've got a lot of codes to give you. We got a lot of perks. free tournaments with cash prizes. You know, we gave away 120k gems so far. We still have 350 to give away, so do not miss out. Subscribe to the channels, join the Discord, you know, follow us on all the socials, download MTGA Assistant. I get a couple cents from every download, so, you know, get at it. That's always a lot of fun, and check it out because it actually holds its weight in gold, if not some rare element. Because this is good. There's so much good stuff in here. You know, I can't even tell you how handy it is. So check it out, download it in the description below. Make sure to like not only this video, but every single video of mine that you ever see. That should be your dopamine trigger for the day. Is like racing to my channel, smashing like, I don't know. We got to do something. We need more likes, and we don't need 1 billion, but if we could get, you know, 100 plus every video, that would really, really help the growth rate of the channel. And yeah. If not, support me financially, because this is tough. No, you don't have to, but if you do find value, I do implore you, if you feel the need. If not, no worries. Always take care of yourself first, right? It's a tough world out there, and speaking of which, if you ever just want to talk, it doesn't have to be about Magic. We've got a Discord with lots of friendly people. You know, if you're a private person, you can reach out to me as well. You know, I'll do my best. And that's my main goal here with the channel. Like, yes, got to make money, I got to survive. My truck's dead, it needs to be replaced, and I need to find a place to live. But, you know, I do need very little to survive, right? So the main goal is to, like, just help raise awareness, help kind of like boost people up in multiple different ways, like just so many different ways that we can, you know, try to help each other out and then just improve the collective, right? So that's what it's all about. And, you know, thank you for all of your time and attention. I've said that a couple times, but I'm never going to get over it. I'm just so appreciative of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care. Have yourselves a great day, and we'll see you a little bit later. Peace.